Hello, welcome to today's yoga practice homework session. I'm Brian. I'll be leading the session and would like to welcome you to start off with me. We'll stand, we'll meet in the front of our mats. Just really easy. You can get centered, standing comfortably with your hands to your sides. Allow your eyes to close. Begin to concentrate on the length of your breath. So it's beginning to lengthen your inhale. And providing a full exhalation, squeezing out all the air at the bottom of your breath cycle. So again, inhale through the nose, finding your breath moving into the depths of your belly, then your rib cage, and finally at the end, your chest. Hold it at the top of the breath. Exhale, squeeze all the air out. Continue squeezing at the end of your exhalation, and your next inhale, you'll fill up the belly, the chest, bring your hands to a gratitude position, and I invite you to close your eyes to remove the external distractions and to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's claiming a mantra. I am already free. This time is for you. This is your practice. Move at your own pace. Only do what's right for your body. Stay in tune with your inhalation and your exhalation. So staying with the breath. Being in the moment of the breath is the true practice of yoga. The breath is the here and the now. Namaste. Let's get started. So from a standing position, find your heels no further than hip width apart, and having a firm placement into the ground. You can wiggle your toes a little bit, stretching your toes, and feel all four corners of your feet touch the ground. Move up your body and feel your thighs begin to squeeze the muscle to the bone so that you're very active in your lower body. Suck in your belly towards your spine. Bring your ribs to your chest, and as you inhale, allow your shoulders to rise up, and on your next exhalation, circle and loop the shoulders down and towards your back to allow your shoulders to peel away from your ears. Grow tall in your crown of your head as you inhale. And as you exhale, again, just allow the lower part of your body, your shoulders, everything to hang heavy. Stay here for a couple breaths. On your next inhalation, you can bring your hands overhead. Again, bringing your shoulders down and back so that they're pulling away from your ears, but finding length in your upper body and heaviness, gravity pulling you in your lower body. On your next inhale, feel your ribs and your cage growing tall in your torso, and grounding down through your left foot, bring your left hand towards your right side of the wall. You can grab your left hand, your wrist, as if it's a bracelet to find more depth in the stretch. or put your hand on your hip, or allow your hand to come to your side, but you're gonna open up your sidelines with each inhalation and deeper with each exhalation. So it's a good side body stretch. On your next inhalation, bring your hands up back to north-south position. Bring that other hand down and over. Remembering to firm down in your right foot. The outer corner of your right foot is going to allow you to find more space in the top of your spine. On your next inhalation, let's go ahead and come back up to standing tall. And as you exhale, loop your shoulders down and back, shake out your hands, and we're gonna go into a standing back bend. So you can close your hands and make a fist and allow them to sit right underneath your hips. You can open up your palms and find support here. What you want to also be sure to do is to keep those shoulders down and back and squeeze your elbows towards each other. Firming down into your lower body, so an active lower body. On your next inhalation, grow tall, and slowly as you exhale, you don't have to go too deep in this posture for it to be effective. You just want to open up your heart line, energize the front side of your body. You may shorten the size of your breath to take small sips of breath here. Let's just take a breath together. Next exhalation, go ahead and lower your hands down. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Activate your lower body, your torso. Everything here is firm, and you have an active core. And begin to slowly hinge forward with keeping a flat back. Lengthen your spine. We're going to slowly come forward to a forward fold. You may want to stop here halfway. You can have your hands out if you want a little more of a core activation. You can allow your hands to fall in front of you. But you're going to hang in a forward fold. The benefits of a forward fold are that it calms the mind. It can provide clarity. It can allow space, concentration. You may want to find ragdoll by swinging your hands slowly from side to side. You can wrap your hands behind your knees for a bind. You can bend your knees a little deeper, placing your palms underneath your feet for a gorilla pose. We'll stay here for a moment. At the end of your next breath cycle, go ahead and activate your pelvic floor. Squeeze your belly to your spine. Untuck your hands from your feet. With your shoulders back, very slowly come up to half back, half lift. You put your hands on your hips, and on your next inhalation, rise up to standing tall mountain position. Good job. And now let's move into a warrior one. So at the front of your mat, you're going to lift your right leg, step back to a lunge. You can either stay in this forward lunge with your foot and your heel extended, or if you have lots of flexibility, feel free to ground down with the edge of your foot aligned with the back of your mat. The position is really going to stretch you to have your torso shining forward, active core, very active in your lower body. Your knee is over your ankle. Your back foot is pressing down, firm activation, length in the back of your knee, very strong. So this position, this posture is going to build strength in the front side of your body while stretching and lengthening the back side. On your next inhalation, you can raise your hands above. You can find goalpost or goddess arms. You can put your hands behind your back in a prayer pose. Whatever you do, we're going to stay here for a moment as we inhale, finding length, and exhale, sinking deeper into the posture, opening up our hips, strengthening our thighs. At the end of your next breath cycle, as you inhale, lean forward, and as you exhale, turn, allow your body to open up towards the window wall for Warrior Two. Your foot is going to come towards the back of your mat and it's going to be flat against the ground. Your front leg is again remaining with the knee over the ankle. Your tailbone is tucked down. Your abs, your core, everything is engaged. You're finding length in the crown of your head and your hands can float forward. If you want to relax your triceps, flip your palms towards the ceiling and imagine that you're carrying buckets of water on your palms. So you get a very active tricep and lat activation. And then return your palms forward, gaze over your front hand. And feel that space. Okay. On your next, at the end of your next exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Go ahead and straighten your front leg. And we're going to pull in your back leg just a little. So you may want to pivot a little forward and turn. If you can just pull it straight, you only need to be about half the distance or just a few feet away for triangle. So I'll show you triangle. Triangle is going to have your heels perpendicular to your feet. You are very, very active in your lower body. You can feel your calves, you can feel your thighs, you can feel your toes. Everything is pressing down into the earth. This is going to be a lot of sensation in your hips. We are going to stretch the back side of your hip muscle. So you can flip your arms up, pull your ribs towards your chest, gaze forward. On your next inhalation, lengthen forward. And as you exhale, go ahead and hinge. You might want to take a block here and rest your hands. You can go down as far as you want. The most important part is that you don't want to dump into your shoulders. And you're gonna find the maximum benefit from this posture by keeping your legs very active. Shoulders are down and back. At the end of your next exhale, activate your right hand, pulling you up. Look towards your right hand towards the ceiling. And pull yourself up. And you can rotate your left foot forward. And let's go and do all of that on the other side. So meeting back at the top of the mat. Step back to Warrior One. So again, your left foot is behind you. If you want to go for more flexibility in your focus, then have a larger step, a larger distance. I'm focusing on building a little more strength, so I'm going to shorten that stance. hips are facing forward. Your tail is tucked down and back. Your toes are firmly grounded into the earth. And on your inhalation, you can bring your arms up, shoulders down and back, pulling away from your ears. At the end of your next inhale, bring your arms forward. And as you exhale, open up into Warrior Two. So allow your foot to pivot back. Again, your heel is in line with your front foot. Your knee remains over your ankle. You'll feel the external rotation of your thigh moving away from your chest. So you can actually peel these muscles away from each other. And then again on the other side, feeling your back thigh and your front chest peeling away from each other. So a very active and opposite directions for your thighs. You're gonna open up more space in your hips, and your tailbone is tucked down. And just stay here for a few moments. As you inhale, you can lengthen. Exhale, deepen into the posture. On your next inhalation, go ahead and lengthen that front leg. You can turn your foot to come a little bit closer. Whatever you have to do, kind of step up a little bit, and we're gonna go into that triangle on the other side. So, your right foot is forward, your left foot is at a perpendicular line. You're going to activate firm down in your lower body. You're pulling your belly to your spine, your ribs are pulling to your chest, you're very thin, lean and long and tall. As you inhale, go ahead and lean forward. As you exhale, allow yourself to hinge. Let's grab this block. So lean forward, exhale, hinge. You can take a little bend in your legs. A little soft bend in the knees. Feel the stretch in the back of your thighs. Come out of it, ground down in your front foot, activate your lower belly, and on your next inhalation, come up to about halfway. Let's meet in the front of the mat. I see you, kitty cat. You're so silly. All right. Surya Namaskar. So standing from the front of your mat, let's go ahead and meet back in mountain pose. So feet are right underneath the hips. Tall, lean spine, everything's sucked in, everything's active. On your inhalation, bring your hands overhead. We can start with a small back bend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, put your hands down. Put your feet back, lower down from high plank to low plank. You can come up through Cobra, Up Dog, pressing back into Down Dog as you exhale. Take a breath here. Paddle, wiggle, walk your dog. And on your next exhalation, go ahead and lower down to your knees, coming through tabletop. We're going to go into child's pose. So you can do this with your toes touching together, knees far wide apart, wide knees, toes touching. You can bring your hands in front of you. You can rest your third eye on your mat. If you'd like to take a different variation of child's pose, you can keep your legs together, sitting back on your heels, bringing your hands behind you, and find tiny little Garbhasana pose. Into exits, put your hands underneath your shoulders, press up. We're gonna come through seated and we're gonna meet on our sit bones. So go ahead and come laying down on your mat. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna go into a twist, but before we do that, let's meet. Pull your legs into your, curl your knees. Go ahead and let's just give ourselves a really big hug. Wrapping your arms around your shins. Still feeling tall in your torso, just pull everything in. Let's get a nice, big, deep breath while you're holding yourself. An exhalation. Okay, let's come into a twist. So extend your left leg forward. Your right leg can remain on the outside, still keeping your knee bent, but on the outside of your left leg, or you can bring it towards over your knee and ground it on the left outside of the inside or the outside. The most important part is that your foot remains grounded and connected to the earth. You can also allow your left foot to bend coming back, but if it raises your hip off the ground, then that's no bueno, and you want to shorten that angle. So with your right leg twisted over, now your right hand is going to turn behind you and become a kickstand. So allowing your hand to ground down, help you to grow tall in your spine. The most important thing that you want to remember for all twists is that you want to keep a tall spine, lengthen your spine, not compromise, because that's how you can injure yourself. So on your next inhalation, pressing down into your right hand and into your left foot, grow tall with your hand above your head, and as you exhale, bring your elbow to the outside of your right thigh and turn towards the window wall. The benefits of twists are that they activate every part of your nervous system, they energize, they strengthen your something. To exit, go ahead and slowly release your hand. Bring your body and torso over first. The last thing that circles back is your head. And let's just come over to the left side for a quick counterbalance and a counter twist. Very nice. So let's go on to the other side. So now your right foot is forward. Your left foot is going to bend. You bend your left leg. You can hug that leg right here. Remember, you can keep it on the inside of your thigh or on the outside. You choose. Your left hand is going to circle behind you and become that kickstand. So you're not going to be dumping into the arm, but it is just a nice way to find length and to keep your spine tall and long. On your next inhalation, raise your right hand up, ground down through your left hand, left foot, and bring your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh as you twist and open towards the outside wall. To exit, with an active core, unhinge your arm, slowly allow your body to come forward, unlock your leg. And let's come down to our mat. So you can Put your hands beneath your thighs and slowly roll down. It may feel good to stay here for a moment. Do a small little massage for your low back with your knees still bent. So you can give yourself a hug. But at the end, we're going to release our legs down, walking your feet back towards your sit bones to where your ankles and your butt are as close as they can become. You're gonna firm down into your feet. So this posture, you really, it's very easy to lift up and activate through your glutes. But what we don't want that. We want this to be all the other muscles except for the glutes. So active thighs, active interior thighs, active calves. Everything is pressing down and back. As you firm down to the ground and you inhale, you'll feel how easy it is for your torso, for your hips to rise, to press and to find space. You may want to put a block here underneath the back of your tailbone. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, so just as long as you are safe. If you want to deepen the posture, you can bring your hands underneath, you can walk your shoulder blades together. Just finding space as you inhale, find space as you exhale. Deepen to the posture by actively pressing down into your feet and moving your knees forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower down when you're done. Let's go ahead and bring those knees to your chest. You feel so good. You can put your feet outside and do a little bit of a hammock sway. All right, final shape, supine twist. Pulling this right knee towards your chest. Your left leg is going to extend forward and flat. Your heel is very active, pressing towards the wall at the front of your mat. And now release the activity in your legs and only pull in your knee using your upper body, your chest, your biceps, your triceps. Get a really good strength pull. When you're ready, bring your thigh perpendicular to the ground, right over your hip, and float your right knee to the outside of the left side of your mat, twisting with keeping a flat hips, and pinning your right shoulder to the ground. So you can find space in every other segment of your body, lengthening away from this anchor of your right shoulder. You can look over your right shoulder, and as you inhale, your thigh, your chest, everything pulls away. Exhale, sink down deeper. Feel gravity. Inhale, find space, find length as you can in the twist. Exhale, just melt. On your next inhale, bring your right leg back to the center and go ahead and bring it to the outside of your left leg. Allow it to come to the far side for a fallen tree. Then your next inhale, bring your leg up. Allow it to go straight. Now your left leg comes up. Pull your knee towards your chest. Remember, your right foot is actively pressing away from you. Ow. Relax your legs and just continue to pull in your knee, your thigh with your upper body. When you're ready, also bring that knee to your midline. Allow it to fold over towards the window, opening up your hip. Now the new anchor is your left shoulder is anchored firm down towards the ground. And you inhale, find space in your chest and your ribs, finding length. And as you exhale, feel your body and the weight of gravity just pulling you deeper into that posture. And your next breath, inhale, bring your knee towards your center line and allow it to fall out to the side for fallen tree. When you're finished with that, go ahead and bring your knee back to neutral, lowering it down. We'll stay in this Shavasana position for our final few moments, so you can spread out on your mat, find as much space, grow as big as you can, allowing your feet to fall towards the side. If you need any props, if you need anything to help you find a different posture, we are going to relax into corpse pose. So your hands are by your side, everything is nice and easy. You can open up your mouth and quit breathing in with Ujjayi breath, and instead just have a natural pace for your breath, allowing your tongue to come to the top of your mouth. And enjoy the sensation, enjoy what you've created for yourself in your practice. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. You turn to your favorite side and find a fetal position with your hand on your hands, just resting slowly. As we exit corpse pose, we are acknowledging the death of the person that we were and the life of the person that we were leaving our mat as. When you're ready, ground down with one hand, press yourself up, and let's come to the front of our mats in a seated position. You can stand here with your hands up for gratitude, resting on your knees, on your thighs. And let's end the practice with a deep inhalation for 4 counts. We're going to pause at the top for a count of 4, and we're going to exhale for a count of 6. And then pause at the bottom again. So we can do a breath cycle together without any concentration. And then as you exhale, on your next inhalation, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, swaha. Bring your hands to namaste. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to each of you. Namaste. Thank you for spending time with me on the mat. Take your time as you